Get that filth away from me! Martha, what is wrong with you?
The words didn't just cut, they bruised. Diane's voice turned into a piercing, hysterical shriek that stopped the valets in their tracks. She grabbed the silk dress, a masterpiece 3 months in the making, and threw it violently onto the wet, oil-slicked pavement.
Did you honestly think I'd let my daughter-in-law walk into a 5-star gala wearing basement trash? Look at the stitching. It's an insult to everyone in this room.
Pause. Let the sound of rain or city traffic swell. We've all been Martha. We've all brought our best to the table only to have someone who has never worked a day in their life tell us it isn't enough. Today's reflection is for the creators, the ones with the calloused hands. The arrival line, filled with the city's most powerful families, fell into a suffocating, horrified silence. Martha didn't scream back. She didn't have the energy for Diane's theater. She just knelt on the cold, damp asphalt, her gnarled, pin-pricked hands shaking as she gathered the ruined silk. As her fingers brushed the fabric, she remembered the nights in her cramped basement. She remembered the $80 a yard grade A mulberry silk she'd bought instead of fixing her own heater. She remembered the 12-gauge needle she'd broken, trying to get the tension just right on the bias. Diane leaned down, her voice dropping to a sharp, venomous hiss.
You're a stain on this family, Martha. You smell like cheap detergent and desperation. If I see you in any of the official photos, I'll have security drag you out through the service door. Now. Vanish.
Sarah watched from the shadows of the foyer. She saw her mother walk toward the staff entrance, her head bowed. Sarah looked at her own husband, Mark. The luxury of the gala suddenly felt like a cage built of cardboard. Inside the ballroom, the air was thick with expensive perfume and shallow laughter. Diane was in her element, holding a glass of vintage champagne, mocking the help to a circle of socialites. But the universe has a way of balancing the scales. The guest of honor, the nation's leading fashion icon, stepped onto the dais. But as she moved to adjust her mic, a sickening pop echoed through the room. The structural seam of her custom-made Italian gown, a piece worth more than Martha's house, shredded right down the spine. The luxury stylists were in a blind panic. They had the branding, but they didn't have the anatomy of the stitch. They realized they couldn't fix the Zibeline weave without leaving a puckered scar on the fabric. Martha, sitting on a plastic chair in the kitchen, heard the commotion. She didn't ask for permission. She stood up, pulled a small silver kit from her apron, her battle kit, and pushed through the frantic crowd. Without a word, Martha knelt on the marble floor. The same hands Diane had called filthy now moved with the speed and precision of a ghost. She performed the blind lock stitch. It's a technique that requires feeling the grain of the fabric, not just seeing it. The room went silent as they watched a servant do what the masters of Paris couldn't. The icon stood up and looked in the mirror. She let out a gasp. The repair was invisible. The structure was stronger than the original. She turned to Martha with tears of genuine reverence.
Who are you? I have never seen a hand-stitched effect. Please tell me you have a studio.
Martha stood up, smoothing her simple, worn dress. She didn't look at the icon. She looked directly at Diane.
I don't have a studio, ma'am. I'm just the woman who was told to vanish because her work was an insult to the room. Apparently, my basement trash is the only thing keeping your labels together tonight.
Mark stepped forward. The gray ash on Diane's face was the only label she had left.
You worried about status, Mom? You spent your whole life buying things, but you never learned how to be something. Martha isn't a beggar.
She's the only queen in this room. Come on, Martha, we're leaving.
True elegance isn't a brand name. It's the skill you carry in your soul. A label can hide a price tag, but it can never hide a lack of character. Martha walked out of that gala with her head high, not because she was discovered, but because she finally realized that her value never depended on Diane's permission. If you believe a mother's talent is worth more than a bully's bank account, type talent in the comments. Subscribe for your daily reflection. Let's keep it real.